Good morning. It's the beginning of day 39, I believe. And I'm on my way. It's 6:30. Chowder leaves a little earlier, so I think he left like 15 or 20 minutes ago. I'm at 10,500. It is cold. Yep. It was a cool night, but tolerable. Good night. And there is water ahead, but most of it is kind of marginal until I get to about mile 8 or so. And that's where I intend to water up. I have about 1.5 liters, so not a ton for that distance, but good enough. I'll make it work. And at least for the present, I'm hiking downhill. But at 10.5, I don't think I'm going to go much higher on this in the New Mexico section of this trail. So, and there's a trail going to my left, and I don't know what that is. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to come over here, and then I'll do a check on far out to make sure I'm on the right trail. I don't think there was a junction or anything here. A lot of times you think there's a trail, and it's actually a wildlife trail. The elk and everything else has worn a path going in a certain direction, and you think it's a hiking trail, and it's not. Okay, I'll check back in later. Steep hill here. I've got less than 40 miles left in New Mexico, and yeah, I won't soon forget how beautiful these fields and forests are, and the scenery. It's really been gorgeous. I mean, the whole state has been very unique to me, from the wet northeast, and this is the dry southwest. But it's really been beautiful. It's been harsh, full of wildlife, somehow managing to get by without much water. And history, Native Americans, Hispanics, and others who have forged this state. It's really quite something. I'm glad I've spent time here, because it's really not a highly populated state and not a lot of business compared to Arizona. And I hadn't been here much during my career, so it was good fortune to be able to hike from one end of the state to the other. So thank you, New Mexico. I haven't seen any elk this morning. They're very elusive. Even if you see them from a distance, they run away. But I've been hearing the elk bugling ahead, so maybe I'll come upon a field and find some. They make a very distinct bugling sound. Beautiful morning, by the way, for hiking. How nice this is. It's a little cold, but so long as I'm in the sun, it's tolerable. And of course, I'm heading downhill, which is my favorite. There are wolves howling on the right-hand side. And I think those are wolves on the left-hand side. Oh my gosh. I'm seeing a coyote, so maybe it was coyotes that I was hearing. Look straight ahead. I believe maybe it's a deer. Maybe it's not a coyote. guess it's a deer. Yeah. It's about 9:45 in the morning. We're gone 7.7 miles. We're resting at mile 768. It's only about 25 miles to the Colorado border. We won't reach there today, but we're sitting next to a water. That's where I'm heading. I came back from over here, walking along the edge of that steep valley. Some somewhat threatening clouds. There is a reasonable chance of rain today. Ominous looking clouds and thunder has been going on, but it just seems to be a little bit to the east of us, so that would be to our good fortune. Snow on distant peaks. It must be around 10,000 or so. We started at around 10.5. I'm climbing. We're at 10,700 feet. I think it's around 1:30, 2 o'clock. We've been hit with some sprinkles. Ominous clouds are everywhere, but no real rain, just sprinkles. It is cold up here. Here we go again. You know me, I'm not a huge fan of hiking right at the edge of cliffs. This is a cliff. Goes down hundreds of feet, but it looks like it's more tame up here. Let's hope. Work my way through it. This has just been crazy. The amount of blowdowns and the amount of going around, crawling over, under, etc. It just goes on and on. It's been sprinkling on us and occasionally rumbling for the last, 40 minutes. Well, sprinkling for a lot longer than that. I separated from Chowder just in case one of us got struck by lightning, because we are super high, like 10.7, and the trees behind me were hardly existent, so we were kind of the highest point. So the theory goes, if one gets struck by lightning, the other can render assistance, hit SOS, start CPR, and see what happens. But if you're both together and you get struck, that's it. You're in for eternal rest into the tree line, which is safer. You've got about a mile to go to this junction, and at the junction we're going to exit the red line and get on a road that has water. And the story goes, half mile down the road there's water, and we'll tent at that location and then make it like 20 and a half for the day, which would be great. more snow at 10,500. I've been seeing patches of it here and there. There's more back in the woods above me. Let's see the little white. There it is. It is cool up here. When the sun's out, it's quite nice, but when the sun goes away, the wind's blowing, boy, does it feel chilly. We got out of the thickest woods where had so many blowdowns, it was absolutely insane. Just in the final mile or so, mile and a half of the day. Let's see if I can avoid the rain. We're debating which way to go. There's a Forest Service road that goes this way, and then it goes this way. And we've seen a lot of reports that if you take the Forest Service road, there's water and good campsites. And look at all this weather coming our way. So we do want to reach our destination half mile from here, one direction or the other, throw our tents down, and batten down the hatches. Hey there, this is the end of day 39. Did 20 and a half miles today. It sprinkled on us for much of the day and was threatening with thunder and lightning. We camped up the hill in not a flat spot. Chowder is just behind the tree, doing the same. We are only, I think, 13 and a half miles from the Colorado border. I think we're at like mile 780 something. So we're pretty well along. We know we have to do some miles in Colorado tomorrow because the road we want to hitch into town is further up the trail. We don't know how much, but we're going to load the Colorado maps tonight, but it's probably like somewhere between 2 and 8 miles. So we'll probably do another. I think we can do a little bit less than 20, but I don't have that calculated yet. But in any case, it was primarily a cold day. We were up at high elevations. We're at 10,000 plus feet right now, and still no cell signal. We had great cell signal at the top of a hill, but we had to get off the red line and go a half mile down a steep and rocky road in order to get water. So that's where we're tented, and we're just going to follow the Forest Service road where it connects to the red line. We won't save any mileage. I think there's even more miles we have to do, but there's water here, and there wasn't water going the other way. So it was a fair trade-off. We needed it. So yeah, that's the end of day 39. And tomorrow is kind of a momentous day because I'll get to the end of the trail, or more or less, and then that'll be day 40, and then 41. We're gonna camp right next to the road, and then in the morning we'll get up and throw our thumbs out first thing in the morning, hoping to get a ride on day 41 and head into Chalmer. So all good. Looking forward to it. A little bittersweet. It is tiring. This hurts a lot hiking, but it's been rewarding. Talk to you soon.